Hello and welcome to the sixth video of our SP Complete Purification Cleanse, where we are following along with a 21-day purification cleanse using SP Complete powder to clean and purify our whole digestive tract. And today is day 15 of our 21-day long journey. And I wanted to talk about what happens when we are complete with this cleanse. What do we do? How do we integrate food back in? And what servings do we integrate in when it comes to vegetables and fruit and berries? Because those are very important staples. And during our 21 days here, we are on day 15. This is a timeless video, but if you are coming along for this cleanse, then we are on day 15. And we have started to introduce back some of the proteins, the size of our palm, the inside of the palm, and the thickness of the palm. And we are certainly checking to see how we feel about eating that, how our body is doing and responding, because after drinking 2 to 3 smoothies a day, jam-packed with veggies and berries and fruit, then the system works really nice and free and clear and easy. And by introducing protein again, then sometimes that can cause a little bit of bloating, and which brings me to how we start to introduce food after this 21 days. Now on day 11, we start to introduce some protein again. And then on day 21, we are technically done, which is another 6 days. And we might want to start to think about oh, how should I eat after I'm done? So one of the things is to certainly introduce one new food a day that you were eating before, but you weren't quite sure which one was causing you discomfort, which one was causing you bloating, which one was causing you headache, skin rash, fatigue, all those different things, right? The things that brings us to wanting to do a cleanse. So with that said, introduce one food at a time and stick with that food for perhaps 3 to 4 days and maybe even up to a week, and see how you feel. If you introduce, let's say, potatoes, take potatoes, maybe introduce potatoes or corn, one or the other, but don't do both at the same time, because then it's kind of hard to know, oh, which one is it that causes me bloating? Which one causes constipation? Which one causes the stuffy head? Which one causes my nose to run? All those things. And sometimes it can be a food high in sugar. Sometimes it can be a food that is too constipating, all those different variations. So choose one of your favorite foods that you used to eat before and introduce it and see how it makes you feel. And if it causes any of the previous mentioned symptoms, then perhaps do less of it or exchange it for something else. There is usually something else that we can exchange it for. And you can reach out if you would like to have suggestions about that. Now, then we're going to talk about our veggies and our fruit and our berries. Now, together, all those together combined is recommended to eat 4 to 6 servings a day of vegetables, fruit, and berries. Now, one serving is about half a cup. So if we do 6 servings a day, it's a pretty full plate. And we can divide it up certainly throughout the day. And sometimes we come to the very end of the day, it's like, wow, I had 2 apples and that was it. So then we're going to try to get it in. So plan ahead and start early in the day. Now, if we continue to eat that after a cleanse, most likely we have gotten that in us, hopefully every single day, because of the smoothies that are jam-packed with all these veggies and fruit and berries. Probably most likely a whole lot more than the 4 to 6 servings. And also in the SP Complete powders, if you did the whole food fiber powder, there is certainly a lot of vegetable fibers in that as well. So do your best to, after even today, start to do your plates with 4 to 6 servings combined for the whole day. And by doing that, by getting used to having that in our system, then perhaps we are lessen cravings for sweets, salty things, all those things that sometimes we buy in packaged foods along the way and eat on the go. Maybe we can retrain ourselves to always. I know many of you on this call and many of you that are drawn to listen to this video, probably sometimes we listen to these videos to get a confirmation about, oh, I'm on the right path. Okay, good. Yes, I eat this, I eat that. And I'm doing all the healthy things, but sometimes we slip off. So it's nice to kind of know, okay, 4 to 6 servings a day. And we have that in the back of our mind. And we do that every single day. And certainly leafy greens is like the boss of all the veggies, right? Well, the dark green ones is the boss of the veggies. And then we can certainly add more of that. Okay, so welcome Marilyn into the call. And wanted to just catch up on the 4 to 6 servings, because this is important. After we come off a cleanse like this, when we have eaten so much of the whole food, probably a whole lot of raw, more than normal in our smoothies. Now we can't live on smoothies for the rest of our lives, but we want to certainly bring in those vegetables, the fruit and the berries. So we just mentioned the 4 to 6 servings a day. Half a cup is a serving. Do it through the day. Yeah, if it's a smoothie, that's great. Then you get in the whole thing. That's why I prefer. I prefer making smoothies with water, because then you get the entire vegetable in you rather than to juice, because then you just get the juice and not the fibers from whatever you're juicing. But it certainly is a good way to get into. But find ways after or even today in this cleanse to keep the intake of veggies and fruit and berries. And I know I said that about 100 times in this video today, but I can't emphasize it enough. Keep that coming in, because as you know, for us, we're going into fall and winter. As we maybe eat more comforting foods, maybe we add on the nuts. Those are hard proteins, takes a little longer to digest. As we add on perhaps more beans, different beans, we add on the protein, animal meats. Now, those are much slower in the digestive system, and it's been going pretty quick the last these 21 days for us. So make sure to have the adequate amount of the recommended servings for each human, 4 to 6 servings a day, to see what works for you. Raw, cooked, sauteed, smoothied, all the variations. Just get it in you, because it will help with the digestion of the more denser foods that we are starting to introduce.
Okay.
Yes, that was like the whole call today. And introduce one food at a time. We are introducing different proteins already, day 11 to 21. Now introduce one at a time again. Take it slow, whichever version. Maybe it's a bean that maybe you were having reactions to. Maybe that's why you wanted to do a cleanse. Or maybe it was a grain. Maybe it was, most likely it was a sugar, if we were eating sugar. And just notice which kind and how it makes you feel, and make this cleanse kind of work for us, so that we take advantage of. We did so much purifying for these 21 days, and we still have 6 more days to go. We're like on the home stretch. But pay attention as you add on different foods, like what it is that your body reacts to, so that you can stay clean and clear of that, so we don't keep eating the same food again after our purification 21 days and just go back to the old habits. No, we update it. We exchange whatever grain into another grain that's beneficial for us. We exchange a protein that maybe is outdated for us to something that works for us. We might have to exchange some of the fruit and vegetables. Maybe we eat too much fruit, maybe not enough. Maybe we eat too much leafy greens, and who knows? We have to figure out, and we write things down. It's good to have books, and we just write things down, what makes us feel and how it makes us feel. Like, for instance, I can take an example. I decided on Sunday, which was yesterday. It was, wow, it feels like it was days ago. I decided, because it was my day 22, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make my smoothie with coconut milk because I felt really hungry. So I wanted to have something more substantial. So instead of water, I took coconut milk. And
Mm.
lo and behold, that was too much for me because all of a sudden everything started to kind of bloat out. And
Oh.
so I could have it like in a hot cup with some honey. I had some of that, and that seemed to be a little bit better. But it was too much too fast, probably. Just we can always pay attention to things like that. And if we introduce
Mhm.
dairy again, what kind of dairy? We're not on that yet. We're on the protein day 11 to 21. So yeah, that's what I wanted to get in today for anybody who is listening to this besides me and Marilyn. And because this is exciting to almost be at the home stretch or prepping for a cleanse or getting motivated. And this is the 6th video. There's going to be 2 more. And I think that's it for today to digest and to think about. Marilyn, do you have any question that's on your mind?
No, but the next video will be Thursday, and then the last one will be a week from today,
Correct. That's it.
Monday. Uh-huh.
Yes. And then we have them all in a package on YouTube. We can find it up under a playlist here and we can access it whenever we would like to.